Welcome to One on One with Colette Linden. We're here today with Marek McLeod. Hello.
Thanks for having me, Colette.
Thank you for being here. Now, we're acting as if we've never met, but we are in actual fact long lost friends now. This is our third time we've met. How are things going?
Oh, they're doing fantastic.
Good.
People are really happy that I'm running, and I'm just so excited for this campaign.
Okay, so let's talk about the campaign. You're running for Ward 4. What are, we know the topics on everybody's minds, whether you're running for council or not, and that would be homeless, helping the homeless, mental health and addictions, and infrastructure is another one, and creating the downtown core to make it more viable and lively. And
Absolutely.
so what do you have on your platform that might be a little bit different from anything?
I think the biggest thing for me is that I have experience in homelessness. I worked for the Homelessness Division at Ontario Aboriginal Housing, and we worked with a lot of vulnerable folks, particularly those that are homeless. And so I think what I bring that's different from others is that experience. I know what it's like. I've worked with them. And first and foremost, we've got to treat them like people. That is so critical. A lot of times these are good people in bad situations. I believe in a housing first strategy because it gives stability to a lot of these people's lives, and from there we can get them the help they need to either get off drugs, get education training or job training so they can get back on their feet. I think that's critical if we're going to solve this, because right now we're just doing Band-Aid work, which isn't going to solve anything.
Yeah, they're doing Band-Aid work across every level, really, of infrastructure, if you want to throw infrastructure on that as well.
There's
potholes. Exactly. So they have created a hub whereby, youth can go and drop in, and maybe there's a nurse there, maybe there's a PlayStation, maybe there's some type of system for them to play. It's that in between that I'm wondering about for homelessness or mental health and addictions. You treat the community members who have these issues, and then where do they go from there? They're going back to the same people that they are, the group of people. So would you have a strategy in place for that next step? Tell me about it.
I think the big thing is independence in these people's lives. Once we get them that help where they're no longer on drugs or they have that job training where they can get jobs now, it's then getting them into housing that they can afford, right? That they pay and that they live in. Why do we love our homes? We pay for them. They're ours.
That's right.
A lot of these folks, they've never had that in their lives.
Yes.
It's so different from you and I. And so getting them that independence where they're making their own money, where they own their own home, it makes a big difference. And a lot of these people stay down that path. Now, obviously there will be some that veer off, and we just help them get back on.
Okay, so that's good. That's good. So let's talk a little bit about where do you come? Are you always from? Have you always been born and raised?
Born and raised.
Okay, and Ward 4. So tell me something about Ward 4 that you think needs to be changed, or you think is fantastic from last council, or you think, oh my God, what did council do?
I think one of the beautiful things Ward 4 has is regardless of where it is neighborhoods. And they are so intertwined. I mean, I've lived with my neighbors for 13 years, and to me, it's like a big family, right?
Yeah.
All across the ward, whether it's in Steelton, around Core, and my area, the Grand area, it's very much neighborhoods. It's not just houses. So I think that's something that we really need to play up to, and it's why people want to buy homes in these areas. If you have good neighbors, you got a home, right?
Well, I should tell you, I am Ward 4.
Oh, okay.
Just want transparency. Okay, so tell me, what's your background, education-wise? What did you go to school for? Because I heard something that you might be one of the youngest candidates. So congratulations on that.
I am the youngest candidate. I'm currently 19. I will be 20 by election day, but I graduated at Superior Heights and I'm a student at the University of Ottawa studying public administration and political science.
Yeah, and so let's talk a little bit about voter engagement then, because you are in the perfect demographic, in my opinion, to engage the voters that we need. They are a voice and they are a future, and we want to keep our youngsters here if they go to school here, or to come back to the Sioux. So do you have a strategy in place for that, and what is your plan for your voter engagement? So
the big thing for keeping youth is they need to see a city that they see themselves in. And one of the big advantages we have is we're far more affordable than Toronto or Ottawa or Vancouver.
Is true.
Massively. But it can't just be affordability. There needs to be amenities, whether it's shopping, whether it's parks. We have wonderful parks in Ward 4. We need to build up on those and just make it like a home. It's my home. It's been for 19 years, and I want it to be for 19 plus more, right? And so bringing that kind of atmosphere where people feel comfortable in this city, where they want to raise a family. That's what we need to build
Yeah,
on.
that's
We
true.
have tremendous schools. Let's build on that.
That's true. That's true.
In terms of getting young people to vote, I think it's really no different than yourself or my parents, right? Is giving them a reason. What is important to them in this election, and how do we make them feel motivated to get out to vote? And I think so far, my campaign slogan is "Ready for Change."
Ready
It's
for
resonated
change.
with people from all ages, people from all backgrounds. People are ready for change, and
Yeah,
so
that's true.
I'm seeing a lot of engagement, a lot of people that are ready, and I think that's the way we get people to vote, young and old.
Okay, one more question for you. You're in the hot seat. You're doing great.
Of course.
Ready for change. Explain that to me. Why is that your slogan? What do you see that needs to be changed, and why are you ready for it?
I think I embody change. That's why it's my slogan. A huge thing is, if I'm elected to city council, I'll be our youngest city councilor in the history of the city. I'd be our first gay city councilor. I'd be our first Indigenous city councilor. I think it's critical that we get those voices on council so that people feel represented in the community. And overall with change, I've always fought for everything I've done. I come from a middle class family. We fight for everything that we've gotten, and I think that's the mentality we need to bring back to council, is earning people's trust, earning their respect. We can't just, get it because, I have the title of councillor. So I'd like to bring that mentality to city council and bring that change where people feel that if you call your councillor, you're going to get the phone picked up, you're going to get a response to the email, and at least an attempt at fixing your problems.
Absolutely, and communication is key. Well, fantastic. Congratulations on all your success at such a young age. I think council would be a great place for you to have your chair right behind you, and wish you all the best on your campaign.
Well, thank you for having me, Colette.
Thank you. That's all today for One-on-One with Colette Linden. We'll be back tomorrow.